Hello, I'm Sneha, roll number 2301353. Today I'll be presenting on the topic NPA and its impact on the Indian economy. What is NPA? When a bank extends a loan to a borrower, it creates an asset on its balance sheet in the form of the amount lent. This is because the borrower is legally obligated to repay the loan amount along with any interest agreed upon. Non-performing assets or NPAs refer to the loans or advances extended by banks or financial institutions that have ceased to generate income for the lender. In simpler terms, these are assets on which the borrower has failed to make interest or principal repayments for a specified period. The loans or advances given by banks and financial institutions can be classified into standard assets or non-performing assets, which can be further classified into substandard assets, doubtful assets, or loss assets. The reasons for the rise in NPAs can be attributed to internal factors or external factors. Internal factors are the causes originating within the banking institution or lending organization. These could be inadequate diligence processes, such as insufficient assessment of borrower creditworthiness or collateral valuation, ineffective recovery mechanisms, poor risk management practices, or weak corporate governance. External factors are the influences that originate outside of the banking institution. These could be sectoral slowdown or industry specific challenges, global economic factors, or business losses due to changes in business or regulatory environment. Why is the issue of NPA important? To maintain banking sector stability, India's banking sector, particularly public sector banks, have been grappling with a high burden of NPAs. This accumulation of NPAs weakens the financial health of banks, particularly PSBs, impacting their ability to lend and support economic growth. Credit growth and economic development. With burdened by NPAs, they become cautious about lending, especially to sectors perceived as risky. This can impede investment, entrepreneurship, and consumption, thereby hampering economic development and job creation. Fiscal implications. The resolution of NPAs often require government intervention. This has fiscal implications as government funds allocated for bank recapitalization or sector specific bailouts could have been utilized for other developmental purposes such as healthcare or education. Investor confidence. High levels of NPAs erode investor confidence in the Indian banking sector and financial markets. Persistent concerns about NPAs can lead to capital outflows and dampen foreign investment inflows into the country. Measures to control the rise of NPAs. There have been many efforts on the part of the Government of India and RBI to sort out the problem. Here are some of them. Creation of the National Asset Reconstruction Company 2021. Large NPAs of banks will be transferred to the NARCL. This will facilitate the cleansing of banks' balance sheets. This initiative aims to enable banks to redirect their focus towards lending activities rather than expending considerable time and resources on managing failed loans. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Under the IBC, a fast track corporate insolvency resolution process is established, which aims to swiftly address the financial distress faced by companies burdened with NPAs through mechanisms such as debt restructuring, asset sales, or liquidation. The Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002. This act permits the banks or financial institutions to recover their NPAs without the involvement of the court through acquiring and disposing of the secured assets in NPA accounts. Recovery of Debts Due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act 1993. This established debt recovery tribunals and debt recovery appellate tribunals to quickly adjudicate and recover debts owed to banks and financial institutions. Thank you.